So today we are making stuffed meatballs. So we have the ground beef in a container. We're gonna add some breadcrumbs and salt and pepper to it. A third cup of breadcrumbs, just add it to it. And now you're just gonna mix it all together. Make sure your hands are cleaned. And just mix all the seasons together. You can add more seasoning depending on if you want it hot or not. I do have 2 kids that are gonna be eating it, so I can't put it too hot, too spicy. So you can add any seasoning you want. So just mix it good. So now we're just gonna get a piece of ground beef like this, and then just take a little bit out and make little balls. So just kind of try to make them the same size. Some are smaller, but it's okay. And we're just gonna use up all the ground beef like that. That was a little too much, so take it off. It's going to look like that. You don't have to use all of them. You can freeze them. After this is all done, I will show you how to stuff them. Okay, here are all of the meatballs that I did with all the ground beef that I used. They're roughly the same size. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but it's okay. So now we are ready to stuff them. I'm just gonna stuff them with shredded mozzarella. It's just a little bit in each one, and a little bit goes a long way because it melts and it pours. So here goes. You can use any cheese you want. You can use Parmesan, Swiss, anything you want. I'm using mozzarella. Okay, so to stuff them, you're gonna make a hole with your fingers in the middle. Put a little bit of cheese in there. And kind of make the ball all over again. And the cheese are going everywhere. Kind of dig it in, put meat over. Okay, so like that. And that's a stuffed meatball. So we're gonna do that with all the meatballs. And just a little bit of cheese goes a long way. So this is the finishing touch. This is all stuffed with cheese in the middle. Some have cheese on the outside, which is fine because I'm sure that the cheese is gonna squeeze out of them anyways. So the next step is get it ready for the oven. So we got a baking tray here. I put parchment paper on it, and now it's just put the meatballs on top. Parchment paper is really good because it doesn't burn. and doesn't get them stuck to the paper. So you're just gonna spread them out. It doesn't have to be spread out that much because it's not like cookies. They don't bake and kind of widen. But just give them a little bit of room. And you're just gonna fill these over here, and then I will show you what's next. So they are all done, and now we are going to put them in the oven. We're gonna bake them on the middle rack, and we're gonna cook it for 14 to 15 minutes, but we're gonna check on them. They might be done earlier because they're smaller. Last time I made them, they were bigger, so it took 15 minutes, but these ones are a little smaller, so they might take less time. So it depends on what size you make them. Just keep an eye on them, check to see if they're cooked. So I'm using my air fryer and I'm gonna bake it. And I put 13 minutes, but I will keep an eye on them. While the meatballs are cooking, I'm just making some just boiled pasta, plain and simple for the kids. But you can make any kind of pasta or even rice if you want rice, but spaghetti and meatballs sound better. The girls wanted curly pasta today, so just cooking some pasta. So it's been cooking for 8 minutes and they look like they're done. So the pasta's cooked, meatballs are done. Now I'm just gonna sprinkle some Parmesan on top and it's ready to be served. Like that. Hope you enjoy it.